It started quietly. No explosions. No emergency broadcast. No dramatic announcement. Just a line in legislation that most people scrolled past. Australia banned social media for anyone under 16. And at first, it sounded harmless. Responsible. Even. But that's how every major shift begins. For over a decade, social media has been treated like a toy. Something harmless. Something fun. Parents worried about screen time. Teachers complained about attention spans. Politicians shrugged. But behind closed doors, governments were seeing something else entirely. A generation changing. Rapidly. Irreversibly. Think about this. This is the first time in modern history a Western democracy has said, children should not have unrestricted access to algorithmic platforms. Not alcohol. Not gambling. Not driving. Algorithms. That alone should make you pause. Because social media today is not what it was in 2012. It's not timelines. It's not posts. It's not connection. It's behavioral engineering. Every swipe feeds a system that learns. What excites you, one? What angers you, Sev? What scares you, away? What keeps you watching? And then gives you more of it. Relentlessly. Australia didn't wake up one morning and decide to overparent the internet. This decision came after years of internal reports showing rising anxiety and depression in teens, collapsing attention spans, increased self-harm content exposure, algorithmic reinforcement of extreme behavior, Tocklin, and the most disturbing part, the younger the user, the more effective the manipulation. Children don't just consume content, they are shaped by it. Their identity, their worldview, their sense of self-worth, all being quietly optimized for engagement. Here's what most people missed. Australia didn't ban phones. They didn't ban the internet. They didn't even ban technology. They banned algorithmic influence during cognitive development. That distinction matters. A lot. Because once you understand how modern platforms work, you realize this was never about entertainment. It was about attention extraction. Every second a child stays scrolling, data is collected, patterns are refined, psychological profiles are built. Not in years, in weeks. And governments know something else too. The platforms don't just shape individuals. They shape culture. They decide what trends, what narratives, what ideas spread, what ideas die. Whoever controls the feed controls the future. Australia is the first country to act, but they won't be the last. Internal discussions are already happening in Europe, Canada, parts of Asian telcos. Not public debates, not headlines, quiet policy conversations. Because once you admit children are vulnerable to algorithmic systems, you have to ask the next question. What about adults? And that's the uncomfortable truth. This ban isn't just about protecting kids. It's a test case, a controlled experiment. If it works, if mental health improves, if attention recovers, if outcomes stabilize, the pressure won't stop at 16. For years, tech companies told us, we don't influence behavior, we just show content. That lie no longer holds. The data is too clear, the effects too visible, the damage too widespread. Australia didn't ban social media because it's evil. They banned it because it's too powerful. And power, left unchecked, always attracts regulation. Always. So the real question isn't, why did Australia do this? The real question is, who's next? And what happens when the rest of the world finally admits that the most dangerous influence on young minds was never drugs, never alcohol, never violence, but the algorithm in their pocket? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And this ban, it may be the beginning of the end, of the era where social media was untouchable.